the rites shall come to bear, illuminate the signs, the exiles shall be there.
Hello everyone out there in internet land, welcome back to another fantabulicious 5kg extravaganza. My name is Connor and we are back with Pyre. So last time we left off, we finished our first actual attempt at the rites. We were able to defeat the accusers, the leader of which seems to have some kind of history with our group, who we found out are called the Nightwings, which pretty cool if you ask me. We got some good level ups. We actually had our first actual level up with Jody. She unlocked an ability that gives her all of her stamina back after she banishes an enemy, and we've got her in high spirits because of a conversation we had, so her hope is a little higher. She's got a faster respawn time in the next fight, or the next rite. So pretty cool. Gosh dang it. I always hit the escape button instead of hitting the clicking back. So I left off, we didn't really have anything else, so let's continue on our journey. To Jomer Valley. You have not been to this region. Rookie knows this mountain pass through an arid region further north. And the black wagon is off. Jomer Valley. The climate here in Jomer Valley is hot and uncomfortable. Exiled curs roam this sand-swept fossil wasteland. On top of that, we have a stowaway. Home? We can go home? I don't know who this is. She must have latched onto the undercarriage as you crossed the ridge. Her manner is odd, though you sense she means no harm. She must have overheard some of your fellow exiles' conversations. You need but say the word, Hedwyn. Oh, come on, you can't be serious, Jody! She's just some kid who managed to climb aboard our wagon undetected, but still. Do it, Jody. Jodariel approaches the girl and looms over her. Listen to me, girl. We cannot guarantee that we shall get you home, or any one of us. But at present, we have room for you, and adequate provisions. You may accompany us for a time. Jodariel leaves without awaiting a response, presumably to make room in the wagon for the new guest. The stowaway is overjoyed at this. So that went a direction I wasn't expecting. I thought it'd be like, hey, get the fuck out, but instead it's just like, hey, come on in, we've got room. Really? You're so kind. You are most kind to someone you just met, like me. May the 8 scribes smile upon all of you. She claps her hands, bursts into laughter, and performs some sort of dance. Rookie stares at all of this and leans in close to Hedwyn. Hey, so what gives? First the reader, now we're taking her along? What, we gonna take in every mite-bitten dive imp we find now too? Easy, Rookie. I think he'd want for us to bring this one along. He'd want for us? Who's he? Who? Sandalwood? I thought you said he asked we find someone to fit in every type of mask. Near as I can tell, yours would fit her just fine. Who's Sandalwood? The apparent name of some mysterious informant of Hedwyn, Jodariel, and okay, that's no help. He asked that we use our best judgment. Besides, we send her away. She'll go telling anyone she finds about us. We can't risk that right now. So, I can come in? It's very hot, and I'm a little thirsty, and a little tired, too. Yes, you're welcome here with us. One question, though. What do we call you? Well, this is embarrassing, I think, but I don't know for sure. It's just back home they called me lots of names. Like, for the color of my hair. They made fun of you just because you got gray hair? That's it! My name! It rhymes with gray. My name it's just... They called me lots of names. You sense the girl is struggling to recollect a certain name she felt best suited her. Okay, do you think that you can help Stowaway Girl make peace with her name? Something to do with the color of her hair. May, K, Fei, Day, Zay, Shay, Ray. I'm naming fucking random people. Shit. I was never good at this. Alright, Will. Consider other possibilities? Lay, Che, Nay, Tay, Zay, Gay, Bay. Reconsider the first names? May, K, Fei, Day, Zay, Shay, Ray. I don't know. Your name is... Fuck it, your name is Shay. You suggest that the Stowaway Girl's name is Shay. Why, that's it! My name is Shay. My name is Shay. A young vagabond girl with an odd manner and an unshakable sense of curiosity. No, that's not wrong. Where I am from, they called me Shay the Shoddy. But I guess maybe you don't have to say that part because I really didn't like it. Shay the Shoddy. Your fellow exiles decide to bring Shay along for now. She almost collapses from exhaustion, so you take her in and show her somewhere she can rest. Shay has joined the group. She is tired but excited. Let's welcome her aboard! We picked up a straggler. Okay. Well, not the weirdest thing to happen so far on this journey. The black wagon arrives in a somewhat peaceful stretch of the Jomer Valley. Your companions wish to hole up here for the night, to give Shay and all of you a little time to rest. Okay, so we're not quite to the right yet. Let's pop in here. So it looks like everybody's kind of doing their own thing. What does Shay have to say? Shay seems to be recovering well since you found her. She seems fascinated by everything and everyone in the wagon. Oh, hi, miss. You are the only one who knew my name. You guessed it right. You did. Thank you for your hospitality. I've just been eating with the imps and talking to the wagon. Talking to the wagon? This wagon, he and I are the same age. Almost to the very day. But I am older by 3 weeks, so I am giving him a hard time. Okay then. She talks to wagons. Little brother, I call him. He is a good wagon, isn't he? He will take us very, very far. My little brother, sure, he pulls at my hair at times, and I don't like it very much, but he is family. I am happy to be here with my family. Okay, this is getting really weird. I thought that I had lost them all again. I thought that I had lost them all. Oh, but we have stopped now, haven't we? Then I should go outside to dance, in case the scribes are watching. Yeah. Scribes, some revere them as gods, believing they bound themselves to exile so that others could live free. Okay. Bye, miss! Smiling back at you, she prances out the door. Okay. No, it's Shay. Hedwyn, out for a walk. Ruki, looking at the book's pictures. Jody, securing the wagon. Ah, even the game here says Jody instead of Jodariel. Put out the candle for the night. So, alright, so she's not a new character to participate in the rites. Gosh dang it. Anything new in the Book of Rites? Nope. Nothing new in the Book of Rites. Well, that was interesting. So, we've picked up some random girl who couldn't remember her name. I don't know if I actually guessed her name. I'm not sure if maybe I did just happen to guess the right name based off kind of what sounded right. Or if the game kind of just goes with what you pick and has something. Like if I had picked Ray or Kay, like it would have had something for all of those, so it just would have said I got it right. But apparently she can talk to the Black Wagon. And, apparently her and it are almost the same age. I don't know, things, like really quickly, things just took a weird turn. But I guess for now, we'll consider our options. Having pitched camp with your companions, for once, it seems you have some quiet time to spare. Your fellow exiles are taking a moment to unwind. Jodariel motions for you to join them. Best get used to your new life here, reader. We seldom get such moments of reprieve. Perhaps some further study of that book shall pass the time. You could join me for a little stroll if you're feeling up to it. Always something to be foraged around here. Or you could teach us more of what you know. Prepare us for the next rite. In any case, we do what we can to stay busy. Keeps the sense of isolation well at bay. At certain junctions, you may choose from several vocations, ways in which you may make yourself useful during occasional moments of free time. Let's use what free time I have. Oh, mother of goodness. Mentor a companion. Teach your fellow exiles in the old ways to raise their individual rank in the rites more quickly. Study in private. Hone your skills as reader to grant small global bonuses to your fellow exiles during the rites. Forage for resources. Search the surrounding area for valuables to add to your Black Wagon stash of goods. Okay, sorry, I had to stretch. Ooh, that was good. I've been going to the gym a lot lately, and oh, my muscles are just sore as all hell. Whew. Okay, so here's my logic. We've managed to collect some resources already. We have the flour we got from the bog. Study in private, a small bonus to fellow exiles during the rites. That might be the way to go, but I actually want to sit down and mentor one of our companions. Having gleaned knowledge from the Book of Rites, you can impart some of its teachings. As each exile's path toward enlightenment is personal, you will have to mentor them one at a time. And I actually want to go ahead and mentor Hedwyn. Sure thing, friend. I appreciate the offer. Where to begin? You illustrate to Hedwyn some of the intricacies of the rites, focusing on how all three in a triumvirate can move and act as of one mind. You sense he grasps some of the concepts. Private lesson plus 1,000. I think I'm beginning to understand some of all this, my friend. And now he gets a mastery. Cool. Alright, so we've got two different trees here, as like everybody else. Marks of the Master General. Rites masteries enhancing a nomad's skill and versatility. Or Bonds of the Syrian Legion. Rites masteries enhancing a nomad's influence over his triumvirate. So, we've got martial training. Hedwyn gains 50% more stamina, letting him jump and sprint more often. Or shared tenacity. Hedwyn and his allies regenerate stamina twice as quickly as usual. Okay, so looking at this, it looks like the Master General is ways to improve Hedwyn by himself. Whereas over here, the Bonds of the Legion are ways of improving everybody. Because down this tree, he gets to jump 50% more stamina. When power casting, Hedwyn's aura travels in a wider, longer line than usual. If Hedwyn jumps into an airborne adversary, he banishes them. That's pretty insane. After Hedwyn douses the adversary's pyre, his pyre recovers glory equal to 50% of the damage dealt. Whoa! That's pretty cool. Healing the pyre? But over here, we have the twice as much stamina regenerated for everybody. Hedwyn and his allies may instantly return banished allies by moving to where they fell. Interesting. Moon formation. While bearing the orb, Hedwyn and his allies move with and past the orb more quickly. Hedwyn and his allies cause banished adversaries to remain banished for 2 seconds longer than usual. Okay, so all of that is really cool. Being able to unbanish each other seems like a really big deal. I see the global buffs being a little more useful, and the little more utilitarian, the little more utility-based skills. I think that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go Shared Tenacity. Thank you for the lesson, my friend. It's given me a lot to think about. Alright, Hedwyn, so good on you. So Hedwyn's bumped up his stuff. He's actually, that got him higher on the list than Joe to Real. Next, let's see if, on the next Rite, I'm gonna see if I can't focus on Ruki a little bit. I want him to get a little more experience. And let's continue on our journey. The path leading further west splits off, and once again, your fellow exiles turn the choice of where to go over to you. Shay seems enthusiastic for whichever route you choose. Wow. I had a little bit of a burp there, sorry. Alright, so we've got a few options. The north route across Jomer Valley passes the remains of the Hive Titan. Shay believes those who travel this path shall be as strong as Goal of the 8 Scribes. The south route across Jomer Valley is riddled with barren rocks and bone. Shay believes those who travel this path will be as swift as Jomer of the 8 Scribes. Okay, I think I see what's going on here. Strong as Goal or swift as Jomer. I think I'm going to go the swift route. Game tried to just slowball that one in. Shay is behaving stranger than usual as you traverse the dry flats of Fall Flat. This was the path that Jomer Minimane ran across so many times. Can you not feel his presence? Him and all of his friends, here in the sand and in the air and all about? At first you pay it little heed, though later you observe your fellow exiles seem to have more of a lightness in their step. Perhaps it was the previous day's rest that did everyone good. Your companions gained +1 quickness for the next Rite. Woohoo! Called it! They really did kind of just slowball that one in, though. Alright. En route to the spring of Jomer, you hear all about the roving sludge market, which appears to be nearby. Ruski insists you take a look after you settle in. Page revealed. The Last Emperor. So there's a sludge market. Or excuse me, slug market. Well, let's take a look in the black wagon. Hedwyn's wanting to have a conversation. Hedwyn motions for you to join him. While his manner is as easygoing as ever, you sense he is searching for the right words for what he is about to say. You'd asked what I did to get thrown down here. Figured I'd tell you. The others know. I was on the blood border for several years. An outrider. No real rank, but a pretty important job. Whenever the harps swooped in, was up to me to raise the alarm. So, real quick, we're going to look at some of the primers. Blood Border, the northern edge of the Commonwealth, is a flat and vulnerable expanse. And then the Harps, a winged race also known as the High Wing Remnants, at war with the Commonwealth. Okay. They are as coarse as their feathers. They hold themselves superior. The Archjustice and Rebels the Ninth. So he was a soldier guarding the northern border of the Commonwealth from a winged race known as the High Wing Remnants, or the Harps. One day, the Harps came without warning. No alarm. It was a slaughter. So I heard. Because I wasn't there. I was with one of them. Look, that's a story for another time. The point is, they branded me Hedwyn the Deserter before they sent me down here. I didn't want to fight. I abandoned my post. My friends, they paid dearly for it. I ended up down here. Hedwyn looks at you as his smile reappears. It's not something I like to talk about, as you can tell. But I know that you'd been wondering, and you deserve to know. Poor Hedwyn. I made a promise to you earlier, when we first met, that you'd go free as well if any of us go free. That promise might not carry much weight, I guess, coming from a deserter. Anyway, that's all. Thank you for hearing me out. There's not much good here in the downside, but at least the past is behind us. Dang, Hedwyn, bringing all the feels into this one. He leaves you there to consider his words. Yeah, I'm considering them, alright. I mean, that's rough. I mean, it's a story as old as time, though. A soldier falls in love with the enemy. Decides he doesn't want to fight anymore. Abandons his post. But then his friends and comrades paid the price for it. I mean, he is a deserter. But man, it was for love. I don't know. That's one of those moral gray areas. That's a hard one. Let's take a look at the Book of Rite. So let's kind of get ourselves some positive energy here. All right. The Emperor's Fall. The last Emperor, in the words of Gol Golathenian, the Master General. How many nations did I scour in the name of Solium Mur? How many countries fell before our spears and blades? Such questions mattered less to me with every passing victory. Our legions swelled across the land, and our dominion grew. The Emperor Solium Mur paid all this little heed. He only tended to his personal affairs. Our legions relished in the autonomy. We did not know that the Emperor cared nothing for his legions, nor his people. He cared only for that which was before him. One day, he learned of such a thing as to befit his name, and vowed to seek it out. Story of Gol Golathenian. Okay. Well, that's neat. If you want a little more insight on what that means, go back and watch the last few episodes where we've been reading the pages of the book as they kind of reveal themselves to us. Alright, and let's go to the slug market. Let's see what's going on over here. Odd creature. This is gonna be rough. Hey guys, how's it going? Mr. Greentail, been a while and all that. Hey Ron, how's it going? Say, how come you set up shop all the way out here? Isn't this a little out of the way? Oh, well, let's just say, you guys, you ain't my only customers. You see, Dad and I know we know the business is pretty good. We've been around the block and so... As Ron keeps blathering, Ruski signals to you in a furtive way? I don't know what the heck that means. Here's the deal, sister. Got an informant says there's something here connected to this Rite's business. See if you can spot it. Should be able to pawn some of our stuff to make the trade. And don't even worry about Falcon Ron. He is a traveling sales creature and proprietor of the Downside Slug Market. So, anyways, you guys got something for me or what? That black plume you got there, I could take it off your paws if you want. Alright. Drag to Ron's stash. He'll give it to us for 40. Yeah. Hey, you know, I'll take it, Mr. Greentail. Though you drive a pretty hard bargain. Now, you gonna take something off my hands or what? Alright. The moon crest to my stash. We've got an ashen coal. At the start of a rite, the bearer's pyre automatically gains +7 glory. A cure fang. When plunging into the adversary's pyre, the bearer deals a bonus +2 damage. The lunar glass. While carrying the orb, the bearer moves faster than normal. Moon crest. After being banished by an adversary, the bearer has a chance to return immediately. 30% chance, okay. I will proceed. That's a one-of-a-kind thing you got there, you know? And you got yourself for a real deal from me as well, so thanks. I can't read at all today. Switch to the roster to equip the talisman. Apparently, any one of us bozos can get a little edge out of that thing. During the rites, I mean. Just a question of who gets to try it out. Alright, well. So this thing... Chance to return immediately. I'm actually going to go ahead and give it to Hedwyn. We're focusing a lot on Hedwyn today. But... I think it's worth it. Anyways, Dad over here, his feet, you know. We've been having some trouble with his feet. Getting real wow, I can't read. Getting real something or other from all the hoofing around. And so you see, Ryuki indicates to you that now would be a good time to depart. Yes, we will depart. See you, Mr. Greentail, and your friend there too. I like her. Seems real nice, you know? Creepy. Okay, so that was different. Oh, stretchy stretch. Okay, so that was different. We did some purchasing. Got Hedwyn a nice talisman. And sold those black blooms. Also gave Hedwyn some training. We focused a lot on Hedwyn today. We learned... Alright, his... Oh, holy crud. Yeah, look at this border. This, filling out. Crime, desertion, motive, insurrection. The records state he wished to relay Commonwealth military secrets to the enemy. I think he was trying to relay something else to the enemy, if you know what I mean. Crime, desertion. Exiled for 5 years. It is a life sentence, though. His astral sign is Lenoriel. He was born on the 29th of 7th moon, suggesting he is devoted and faithful. Very cool. Let's see. And his biography's been updated. While serving on the blood border, by chance he had a run-in with a lone enemy harp. They each felt a powerful connection and escaped together rather than fight each other to the death, as would have been expected. He lost contact with her after their encounter and left his post in search of her, but he was caught and exiled. In the downside, he found Jodariel, who looked after him when he was a child. In time, he caught wind of an unbelievable rumor and first heard of the name Sandalwood. Interesting. So Jodariel looked after him when he was a child? Really now? Alright, well, nothing in Jody's background has been updated. That's crazy. I didn't realize all that. But yeah, so we gave Hedwyn some extra experience by tutoring him. We got him a cool pendant. We learned more about his backstory. Today was very much a Hedwyn-centric episode, which is fine. Hedwyn's awesome. I'm hoping we have enough time to focus on all of our characters that much individually. Especially, I want to learn Jody's backstory. I really do. Candles out. But we'll leave the wagon. So yeah, no Rite this episode. This whole thing took probably about 30 minutes. We will commence the Rite in the next episode. We'll go to our second Rite. But we got a lot of good story. We did a good focus on one of our central characters, and we picked up a straggler too. I mean, we just randomly got this random girl who's just like, hey, I'm gonna join you. Because reasons. But I am looking forward to the next time we go in so that we can get this Rite going. I want to see how all these improvements and buffs and abilities are going to really start affecting our capabilities in the Rites. I really hope that this nice boost we've gotten really gives us an edge over the next one. But with all that being said, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. If you liked the video, hit that like button. If you have a comment, leave it down in the comment section below. Tell me what you like, tell me what you think I can improve. And if you haven't hit that subscribe button yet, I'd love it if you did, because you'll get updated whenever we put new videos up, which is basically daily, with some Saturday streams on top of it. And if you haven't had a chance, go check out our Facebook page as well. Pretty much the same thing, just a way to learn when we update new videos, but we're starting to post up previews of stuff that we're doing too, kind of trying to do some extracurricular activities. And like I always say, guys, thank you so much for joining me today. I always appreciate your time and your viewership. I will see you in the next installment, and as always, have a good one.